Alas, that was Mystique, not Magneto. Magneto is in another place. Go, X-Men! I am Magneto, master of magnet. Ha! Die, X-Men! Come, X-Chicken, you are dead!
I miss the old days of being able to go to the arcade and have fun with a handful of quarters. I miss the days of arcades where you could go in and have a bunch of fun with a handful of quarters. There were two arcades that I absolutely fell in love with as a kid, and it was Le Fun and Einstein's in Austin, Texas. And they were both on the drag, back when the UT drag was actually cool and not just a bunch of like big box stores, and it lost its soul and its cool factor. But that's neither here nor there. I started playing X-Men Arcade, and let me tell you, that game was one of the most fun games on the planet. And there was a 4-player version, but then there was also a manufactured double screen 6-player gigantic cabinet. And if you ever get a chance to use one of these in the wild at a retro arcade, I promise it'll be worth it. But I want to bring you a retrospective about the development of X-Men Arcade. Join me, won't you? In the early 1990s, Konami stood at the peak of arcade dominance. Fresh off the massive successes of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and The Simpsons, the Japanese company turned its attention to Marvel's mutant superheroes. What emerged in 1992 was one of the most ambitious and unforgettable arcade experiences ever created: X-Men. Development of the game began around 1989, riding the wave of Konami's proven beat-em-up formula. The core team overlapped heavily with their previous hits. Veteran designer C. Lee, who had shaped Crime Fighters, took a leading role alongside directors and producers like Hideki Oyama and Mashiro Inoue. Artists such as Kei Hattori, Yuji Asano, and others poured their talents into bringing the X-Men universe to life on screen. The sound team, led by Sechi Fukami, crafted an energetic soundtrack that perfectly matched the on-screen chaos. Visually, the game drew heavy inspiration from the 1989 animated pilot Pride of the X-Men rather than the later famous animated series. This gave players Cyclops, Wolverine, Colossus, Storm, Nightcrawler, and Dazzler, each rendered in large, detailed sprites with fluid animations that still impress to this day. The story was pure arcade simplicity. Magneto and his Brotherhood have kidnapped Professor X and Kitty Pryde, and it's up to the X-Men to fight their way through the Sentinels, villains, and henchmen, all the way to Asteroid M for a final showdown. But the real star of the project was the hardware. Konami built a colossal deluxe cabinet that supported up to 6 players simultaneously. To make this possible without the screen feeling cramped, they engineered a groundbreaking dual monitor system. One monitor faced forward while a second mounted upward used a mirror to create one seamless, extra-wide playfield. It was expensive, mechanically complex, and required careful calibration by arcade operators. But the result was pure magic. 6 heroes fighting side by side on a single gigantic screen created an unmatched sense of spectacle and scale. Gameplay refined everything Konami had learned from their earlier brawlers. Standard punches and kicks combined with powerful special mutant attacks that drained health but cleared the screen in dramatic fashion. The difficulty scaled dynamically with the number of players, and the game featured memorable boss encounters with Pyro, Blob, Juggernaut, and of course Magneto himself. complete with his now legendary voice line, "Welcome to Die." The game launched in North American arcades in March 1992, followed by Japan a few months later. It quickly became a phenomenon. The massive cabinets were moneymakers, often ranked among the top grossing deluxe machines of the year. Its timing was perfect, arriving just months before the X-Men animated series exploded onto television screens and cemented the mutants as pop culture icons. Today, X-Men remains an arcade legend. Its enormous cabinet, over-the-top multiplayer mayhem, and pure comic book energy represent the golden age of licensed arcade games at its absolute peak. Whether you remember dropping quarters into that giant machine as a kid, or discovered it later through re-releases and emulators, it still stands as a towering achievement in cooperative gaming history, one that captured the excitement of being an X-Man better than anything else of its era.
Magneto is planning to attack Earth from his asteroid base. You must foil his plan before it's too late. Go after the giant sentinel.
Thank y'all for joining me on this retrospective of one of my favorite arcade games ever. If there's a game that you want me to do a quick retrospective on, leave a comment down below. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe or follow, and it means the world to me. I love making videos like this, and I get a lot of fulfillment and enjoyment out of the process. If you like the video so much you want to help contribute to the channel, I do have a Patreon for as low as $1 a month. And stay tuned for more Cephist Strength and Nostalgia.